She is a disobedient one, our Barbara. She refuses to sleep.
She carries the fire of our Fremenic ancestors in her heart. Come, child, sit with me. I will tell you a tale.
You're only going to get ideas into her head. Our people have moved on from the adventures of old. This village is our way now.
My young warrior, let me tell you of your great-grandfather. He was a fearsome explorer. When the others came to settle here, he made his own path. He fought beasts on all corners of the world. Tread where no one else dared. He refused to move on until he knew he had seen all there was to see. Conquered all there was to be conquered. To spread his name in blood, in legend, and in honor. He is your blood. And you, Barbara, are his legacy. But your tale is one you will write yourself. Oh, my child, let them all know the tale of Barbara Chunkla.
Hello, I am Mazdak, and I'm so happy to welcome you to a new series on this channel. Before I introduce you to the protagonist of this saga, I feel it is important to run through our goals for this series. This story is that of a one-chunk Ironman. This means our hero will have to face all the possible challenges in her starting area before moving on to any other parts of the world, unlocking the world of Gielinor one area at a time. She will have to face these battles alone, without being able to trade items with other heroes, and with no access to the Grand Exchange. She will have to toil and face many hardships, but the path to Valhalla is as glorious as it is treacherous. Here at the start of the series, I'd love to go over the challenges I intend to grapple. For that, I'll need to conjure up my trusty blackboard. So these are the goals we're aiming for here. We want to perform the highest level skilling task available. We want to defeat one of each possible creature in each chunk. Complete as many and as much of quest and diary tasks as possible. Obtain the best items available for skilling and combat. And find all unique items from the collection log and untracked unique items. There will be some limitations on the challenges, however. Firstly, all challenges must be chunk specific. Our hero will not be distracted by tasks that wander and are not unique to the areas she is set on exploring. Secondly, obtaining skill capes is not on the agenda. Thirdly, we will allow for secondary training methods with a possibility of 1/16th or higher. A primary training method is a direct skilling task, such as mining ores and smithing them into bars. A secondary training method is some alternate form of acquiring materials, such as killing enemies for metal bars to train smithing. If there's a fairly consistent chance of obtaining items we can train with, our hero will not pass on that opportunity. And finally, these caveats are only initial. As we unlock more capabilities, and with feedback from the community, these goals may adapt. A compelling story cannot give all the solutions to its protagonist, nor is it captivating for protagonists to spend years encumbered by menial tasks. Finding that balance will be an evolving process, and so any feedback is welcome in the comments or in the Discord, which will be linked in the description. Now, without further ado, let me introduce you to the starting point of our tale. The Barbarian Village. The easternmost home of the nomadic warriors hailing from the Fremenic homeland. Settlers during the early crusades against magic formed this as a temporary outpost between the large cities of Falador and Farrick. Over time, the barbarians grew accustomed to the land, and made their home here on the River Lum. Among them, Barbara Chunklar, or as her friends call her, Barb Chunk, embarks on her first journey. I have laid out all the tasks she will need to accomplish here. We'll go into them in more detail as she gets to work on them, but for now, the notable ones are the largest skilling task being to obtain 57 woodcutting in order to carve a waka canoe. This is not only a major chunk task, but will also offer Barbara the chance to move far from home on her next adventure. Of the best in slot items, most of them are simply a matter of slaying the monsters nearby. However, the Skull Scepter and Fancy Boots are both challenges linked to the achievement diary tasks involving the Stronghold of Security. We will get more acquainted with the Stronghold very shortly. The three collectibles here are the Curved Bone, the Long Bone, and the special clue event item, the Socks of Ruin. Along the bottom is a list of all the monsters and enemies available to face in this chunk. Now, part of my rule set is to try to obtain one of every unique drop from each monster. However, as there's nowhere to store her items in her home village, this might be a rule I am relaxed about until a bank becomes available. Please let me know below if you'd like me to aim to achieve that goal, whether or not there is a bank available. As Barbara works through these tasks, we'll be able to cross them off and see what remains before she sets foot outside of her village once and for all. And one final note before the adventure begins. This project would not be possible without the amazing One Chunk community. I would especially—
Stupid bent nose.
Ugly wart face.
Hey, what's the commotion, fellas?
Bent nose has no idea about algorithms.
Wart face still thinks we should put boobs in the thumbnail.
Gentlemen, please. Tell me what you disagree about and maybe we can find a compromise.
I think the viewer should like and comment on this video.
You fat fool. Big High War God tells us to like and subscribe.
Now, there's an easy solution. The viewers should like, comment, and subscribe.
And ring that bell.
Thank you, Grubfoot. There's no need to fight over these things when they are all simply a few clicks away, and they all show support for new creators who put in the work to make engaging and interesting content. Now, as I was saying, I must of course give credit to Alex Bailey for creating this idea, to Limpwort for developing it further with his extreme rule set, and to Josh Isn't Gaming for both his rule set and his artistry, both of which heavily inspired me to begin this series. I have to shout out Source Chunk, the wonderful developer of the Chunk Picker map, and Slay to Stay, who developed the Region Locker RuneLight plugin I'll be using in this series. I must also shout out the other One Chunk content creators who began their journey here in the Barbarian Village, Costrello and Skeldor. If you notice some extra ducks and cups of coffee around Gillinor, you can thank Skeldor for that too. I owe a huge debt of gratitude to the entire One Chunk community for continuing to develop this interesting and unique game mode that keeps us invested in this game of RuneScape. I think that's everything taken care of. Thank you all for your patience as we begin this journey. Passing it over to Barbara. Our adventure begins. Starting from humble roots, We will watch as Barbara Chunkler develops herself into a mighty warrior, worthy of her grandfather's name. Here we are in our starting area, the Barbarian Village. Let's have a quick tour. Over here, a pottery house. There's no clay sources around, otherwise it would be a crafting grind, but for now, that is something to look forward to in the future. In the middle, we have tin and coal rocks, which is where the mining task comes from. Up here, we've got Pexa. Pexa has a helmet shop, where we'll get our best in slot items for melee, being the adamant full helm, and for magic and range, the adamant medium helm. So we'll have to get up to level 30 defense to wear those. Over here, we've got a spinning wheel. There's nothing really to spin, but yeah, if we find anything in the future like flax, then we'd have something interesting to do, I guess, over here. But there is a bronze pickaxe spawn, and Barbara will seize the opportunity to grab a tool, a weapon, whatever she sees. And of course, we have the main hall, where barbarians and adventurers come to test their mettle to prove themselves as strong warriors. Here we have the leader of the village, Conthor the Brave. Besting him would be a mighty task for an aspiring explorer like Barbara. One good thing about the Great Hall is any adventurer who may be hungry or thirsty can always find something worth eating here. This will be a good place to replenish ourselves for the adventures that are up ahead. And there will be plenty of need for all this cooked meat and for this beer. If we cross over the river here, we have the canoe station. This is where the level 57 woodcutting grind comes from. Thankfully, we have plenty of regular trees and oak trees around to level up woodcutting, but we don't have an axe. Axes we'll have to get through defeating our own brethren. Barbarians drop iron axes, which will be our best in slot woodcutting gear. Heading towards the edge of our starting area, we have some goblins. And up here, we have the house into the Edgeville dungeon, although this house is locked. So the Edgeville dungeon is not part of our chunk task while we're here. And of course, along with our mining grind, the center of the village holds Barbara's greatest task, the Stronghold of Security. This will be where she truly tests her mettle. This is home to the vast majority of creatures, monsters, and enemies that Barbara will need to defeat in order to complete her chunk tasks, in order to pick up important loot, and to grow herself as a warrior and not end up like this fella over here. Barbara's out here trying to prove herself, and therefore she is running this in the most hardcore way possible, choosing to avoid death at all costs, as long as that can last, really. So this will be a good place to slowly build our levels up as incrementally the levels of the Stronghold get more and more difficult. At the very bottom, we will also find the fancy boots. And by defeating monsters throughout, we will build the Skull Scepter, 2 of our chunk tasks that need to be completed. There's also the secret Socks of Ruin, which we will complete through an intricate set of steps and emotes hidden in the Stronghold of Security. So this will be the largest part of Barbara's grind to get through her initial starting chunk. First things first, Barbara is fairly fresh. She has no combat stats, so we have to find some way to begin leveling up our combat, ideally without taking too much risk or damage. So the best starting point for Barbara might actually end up being here in the Stronghold, which will also, funnily enough, most likely be our ending point in this chunk. If we can make our way through these gates, we can find some level 1 rats over here and some level 5 goblins, which will be really good as a starter combat foe for Barbara. So let's see what kind of questions are in store for her, and if she knows the answers. Greetings, adventurer. Oh, well, there's no question for the first one, I guess. Oh no, she got sucked through the door. And let's see if Barbara can get a rat over here before being aggroed by a goblin. That seems unlikely. There's a rat right there, but this level 11 goblin might prove to be a little difficult for our Barbara. Well, I guess we have to do a question this time around. To pass, you must answer me this. You're watching a stream by someone claiming to be Jack X offering double XP. What do you do? I've been playing Gridmaster lately, and double XP is really, really good. But I guess they're probably not verified, so we'll click on that one. Unfortunate as it may be. Rats. Here we go. Finally, a chance for Barbara to prove herself here in the Stronghold. With these rats killed, we have accomplished one of our chunk goals, which is to kill a rat. As we go through the Stronghold and find more and more creatures, we will mark them off on our bounty board here and make sure that no one is safe from the wrath of Barbara Chunklar. Are these goblins aggressive to Barbara if I stand around here? Will they try to attack her? No, actually, it looks like she should be fine. Let's hesitantly walk forward and start beating up some rats a little further in. We're about to get our first level up on our attack skill. Our first level up on the Barbara Chunklar Saga. An exciting point to be at. Oh, there was strength level 2 and combat level 4. Slowly building up Barbara. Now she may be a barbarian, but she's not an animal. She will bury the bones of her enemies. While the Barbarian Village itself is not much of a holy place, in the future, if we can find some way to replenish prayer, then this might come in handy. Thanks to the sacrifice of the noble rats, we've hit prayer level 2. Here we go, strength level 3. I think that might have been our first 2 on the account. That's exciting. Yeah. Now, I'm sure I'm not the first person to notice this, but is it not crazy how much bigger the bones of these rats are than the rats themselves? Where are they hiding all of that? We're getting pretty consistent 2 hits. I nearly went against the wrong goblin there. On these rats. Strength level 4. We're about to be combat level 5. It might be time for Barbara to level up. Start facing a foe closer to her own size. Not like entirely her own size, but closer to it. Just gotta hit one of these. And go. Oh, Barbara's first damage. We'll eat a cooked meat, get back up to full health. And with that, another chunk task complete, and Barbara's first coinage. She's finally making some money for herself. A true adventurer. Ooh, a fairly well-matched foe. Let's have something to eat real quick. Well matched, but not well enough. Oh, our first clue scroll on the account. Now, there's very little chance that are going to be able to achieve any actual clues. I know there is one clue step in the Barbarian Village. I'm not sure if it is beginner or an easy, but let's have a look and find out ourselves. Read. Well, we're not too far from Varrock. Who knows? Maybe we'll go get a mysterious orb from Reldo soon enough. Seems like a good enough time to let some of these mice and goblins get their eternal rest. Prayer level 3. Thank you all for your sacrifice. Strength level 5. And combat level 5. Okay, and this one's not looking so good. I'll risk one more damage. Yeah, let's get out of here. Sorry, buddy. Gonna take a quick pit stop to come and grab some more meat. I'm currently editing together the cool intro that should be at the beginning of this video. So while I edit, I will start my mining grind. Look at her go. Mining level 2. Oh, my first random event. It's Rick Turpentine. A spinach roll, thank you so much. I don't think I've been a victim of crime yet. Yeah, still I think too young to have experienced any real crime. Mining level 3. Oh, and that's level 4 mining. Oh, still got a long way to go, and nowhere to store any of this any of this tin, so we're probably just gonna have to drop it all on the floor for now. It really is quite violent here at the Barbarian Village. Amazing level 5 mining, and a full inventory that I think I'm just gonna have to drop. Not only is there no bank, there's, no furnace, there's no copper, so there really isn't very much to do with this tin ore right now. Level 6 mining. Oh, I can mine with steel pickaxes now. If I had one. Level 7. Level 8. Level 9. One more should do it. And that's level 10 mining. I will probably call mining there for now, because I think Barbara's itching for a fight. Oh, I can mine size 1 stars. We're back in the Stronghold fighting goblins. There are 2 drops I'm looking for from the Stronghold goblins. One is the Mind Rune, so we can cast Wind Strike. That has a drop rate of 1 in about 43. The other one that we need is the Red Cape, which will be our best in slot cape, and that has a drop rate of about 1 in 128. So we'll be having to have to fight a lot of goblins to get that. Attack level 3. Oh, Bronze Axe. That'll be our best slash weapon for now, which is good while we're trying to get our attack level up. And we can start woodcutting, in case you want to do that before beating barbarians. Hit points 11. Attack level 4. Combat level 6. Another clue scroll. Let's see if it's one we can actually do. I did have a look. There's exactly 1 beginner clue step that we can do in the Barbarian Village. So if this happens to be it, we can start juggling, I guess. Nope, another Reldo. I'll just dump that here with the other one. Another Bronze Axe, not that we need it, but doesn't hurt to have more. I've just been camping out the Great Hall waiting for food to respawn, making sure I'm plenty stocked before we head back to the Stronghold. Level 5 attack. Oh, another clue scroll. No, that is Varrock. Another one for the pile. Level 2 defense. Not Mind Rune, but never hurts to have some runes. Ooh, a hammer! Not sure what we could use it for, but we have one. Level 3 defense. Level 7 combat. Level 4 defense. Level 4 prayer. Oh, a 3rd Bronze Axe. Goblin Mail. Oh, yeah, let's put it on. Oh, never mind. I'm too big for a goblin. Oh, great. Another Goblin Mail. I'm only like 1 quest and... No, 4 quests and like 50 chunks away from getting the potion so I can wear that. Oh my god, you have to be joking me. This is 3 Goblin Mails in a row. Defense 5. Another random event. I came here to visit the helmet salesman, but let's go with the beekeeper. Will we get a lamp? Oh, the beekeeper's hat and a lamp. Sick. Sick. So I was here at the helmet shop just to see if we could pawn off these goblin mails or these axes, and no. As expected, they will not be bought, and I don't really have a use for them, and I don't have a bank. So I think these will just have to live on the floor. They're not helpful to me, and I don't have any use for a hammer either. I'll keep the body runes because who knows. But for now, we should keep things a little bit clean. I'm going to hold on to this lamp for now because I don't know what I want to use it on. Defense level 6. Combat level 8. This is the 43rd Goblin. So if we don't get a mind rune off of this one, we are officially dry. Yep, we are dry on mind rune. Well, it's not a mind rune. Hit point 12. Do people like that when when it's just a montage of levels going up? I know we play this game for the number go up, but I don't know if it hits vicariously like that. Another hammer I do not need. And that should be level 5 per. Okay. Thank you. Defense 7. More body runes. Level 8 defense. Finally. Okay, 60 goblins in. We got the mind rune. Oh, defense and combat level 9. Ooh, bronze arrows. I don't know if we're going to be able to do anything with that. I need to check if there are knife drops in this region. Prayer 6. Defense level 10. Can wear black armor. Level 6 strength. Hit point 13. Combat 10. Coming along swimmingly. Strength 7. Strength 8. Strength level 9. Combat level 11. We can start taking on these bigger goblins now. I don't think the loot is any different, but Barbara will take on any challenge. This is also the 100th goblin that Barbara will kill. She's come a long way. More mind runes finally. 102 goblins in. Nature rune. That's a cool new drop. Nature runes have the same drop chance as the red cape. So I'm gonna pretend like I don't think that nature rune robbed me of getting lucky on a red cape. Strength 10. Oh, double nature rune. My superstitions are not boding well on that. Attack 6. Another nature rune. Prayer 7. Goblin male. I sure hope he does. Hit point 14. Attack 7. Combat 12. I just noticed as I was collecting some food, an imp. Oh, is he gonna... Maybe, yeah. Not technically on my chunk tasks, but I don't see why not. Get one extra bonus on there. Okay, where are you taking me? Get another good hit in. Yeah, there we go. An additional bonus task, plus a red bead. I'm not really going to bother with the red bead because I don't know when we're going to be able to get down to the wizard's tower. Oh, Barbara has been called to play a game. Let's go hang out with Flippa and play some pinball. And number 10. 5 noted sapphires. I will hold on to it for now. I don't really know what use we have for it. Attack 8. Attack number 9. Attack number 9. Attack level 9. So that was the 128th goblin. So we are now officially dry on the Red Cape. Another nature rune. Level 8 prayer. Level 13 combat. So we can take on the strongest goblins now. Level 10 attack. Ooh. It's not the Red Cape, but it's a bronze scimitar. That's not bad. Get our attack speed up. Barbara's just been on a little bit of a shopping trip. Over to the helmet shop to buy a steel med helm for herself. She's returning to the Stronghold, but this time not for goblins. See, the goblins have been proving to be a little bit uncooperative. So Barbara's made the decision to make it all the way through the Stronghold of Security in one piece. Her inventory is full of food. Her heart is full of courage. We got big minotaurs coming up. And bigger goblins. Oh, even bigger goblins. I wonder if Barbara has been facing the wrong goblins this whole time. I will find out and let her know. Barbara Junklar, first of her name, has made it all the way through the Vault of War. Now, she can flap. It was all worth it. Barbara now faces a new challenge. The Catacombs of Famine. This place is rife with the undead. Oh, who are hostile. But Barbara faces no challenges. With her new gear, her new levels, nothing can get in her way. Big rat, flesh crawlers. Try your hardest to get Barbara. The final set of doors. The Catacombs of Famine make way to the Grain of Plenty. Now, Barbara can slap her head. We continue further. The third level of the Stronghold, the Pit of Pestilence. Oh, well, that's not great. It's a straight dash forward. Can she make it? She's playing a dangerous game, Barbara. A room full of Catapulpon. The one thing standing between her and the end of this ceaseless pit. Run, Barbara, run! Oh, she's made it through. At the end of the Pit of Pestilence lies a box of health. And now Barbara can have an idea. One room remains, one layer to the Stronghold. Can she make it through? Barbara finds herself in the Sepulchre of Death. It's quiet here. Ahead of her, a room full of the undead, waiting, watching, needing her to slip up so she may join them. But nothing will get in the way of Barbara Junklar. Ooh. She's made it. By Gothics, she's made it. And at the end of the Sepulchre of Death, Cradle of Life. Barbara has accomplished another junk task. Slap. Slap. Idea. Stamp. Is an auto task for Barbara to complete. Perform the 4 emotes from the Stronghold of Security. Well, while she does not get recognized by the game, she is recognized by us, and we'll mark that off while I figure out why that did not register. Hit point 15, combat 14. I realize now why the diary test did not register. Unfortunately, I have not gotten a membership for Barbara just yet. And achievement diary tests are only exclusive to member accounts. But we bear witness, even when Jagex does not. Surely now with boots equipped, we will have the luck we need for the red cape. Defense 12. Defense 13. Well, we got grapes. Grapes also have a 1 in 128 chance. So I'm gonna pretend like that didn't take a roll away from the red cape for me. Goblin mail, I sure hope he does. I'm losing my mind. Goblin mail. I sure hope he does. I sure do. And level 9 prayer. Goblin mail, I sure hope he does. The goblin became a rat. Defense 14. I'm not even gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it. 15 defense. 15 combat. Hit point 16. Barbara's come across a fellow chunk account who has just gotten their red cape from goblins. So I guess it is not impossible. That being said, this will be Barbara's 200th goblin kill. 200 goblins and a bronze axe. Well, Barbara, what an adventure you've had today. Here's a comparison of where she has ended today with where she started. This episode is getting long enough as it is. Hopefully it's been a wonderful introduction into what we're hoping to achieve here in the Barbarian Village. If you've enjoyed the work that I've put into this episode, please like and subscribe. It means a lot. And join the Discord in the description below. You'll be made aware whenever a new video goes up or whenever I stream live on Twitch, which is where I will be doing most of the work for Barbara, until she can unlock a chunk with its own streaming setup and stream for herself. Thank you all for joining me on this adventure. I've had a wonderful time putting this together, and I look forward to making more content for you going forward. Bye!